Hey, Justin here with STL Tones, and today I'm stoked to bring you another awesome update to ControlHub. In this update, you're gonna get 2 new modules, updates to the STL Exchange, and a new mix assistant built into ControlHub. So let's go ahead and jump in and I'll show you. Okay, so jumping into Pro Tools, we're going to be using a song by the band Fallstar. It's currently unnamed and it's not released yet, but it's something that I'm working on right now and it'll be good for this example. Okay, so first things first, there are 2 brand new modules in ControlHub. I am stoked to talk about these. So we have Cassette, and then if you scroll down, you also have LoFi. So these sound really different from each other. You're gonna love them. So Cassette is a really nostalgic sounding, vibey tape machine sound. It can go from really clean. The back end of this, I mean, you could use this as just kind of like a final mix, kind of like sweetener, all the way to super distorted with wow and flutter happening, warbling your signal for something that's pretty unique and creative sounding. So let's go ahead and just mess with this. First of all, I'm just gonna clean up some of this low end on the vocal.
You can never feel the way you wanna, wishing for the life that never was.
So you can hear with the age, as you go down, you have 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, and you just lose fidelity every single time you go down. I'll do that again.
You can never feel the way you wanna, wishing for the life that never.
So for this vocal, I feel like that's actually cool. It takes out a little top end, takes out a bunch of bottom end.
You can never feel the way you wanna.
You can even add some tape hiss if you want that. So let's go ahead and just leave the cassette where it's at, but I'm gonna deactivate it. And let's talk about the lo-fi. So this module is awesome for just adding grit and texture, bit crushing. You can go crazy with this module and it's handy to have inside a ControlHub. It makes me stoked. So as you can see, both of these new modules, you have this cool graphic interface just to kind of show you what the module is doing to your sound. So let's go ahead and we'll listen to the same vocal and try to come up with a cool setting for this.
You can never feel the way you wanna, wishing for the life that never was. You can never feel the way you wanna, counting all the moments that you lost. You can.
So now let's combine these two and just see what it sounds like.
You can never feel the way you.
So that's actually getting cool. So if I were doing this in a real mix, I would be throwing some sort of EQ at the end of the chain just to take off some of that really harsh top end that the bit crushing is causing.
You can never feel the way you wanna, wishing for the life that never.
And then maybe even throw on like a short reverb would be cool.
You can never feel the way you wanna.
So here's with ControlHub bypassed.
You can never feel the way.
With it.
You can never feel the way you wanna.
So, I mean, that's a really quick way to make a unique vocal sound for a down chorus or like a transition or something. I like this a lot. So I'll go ahead and save this just so I can easily access that exact preset if I ever want to. So you just come over here, click save. Just as easy as that, I just saved that preset. Now, if I click to anything else, I can always jump back and have that exact same preset across any session. So next up in this update is the all new Mix Assistant. This is crazy. So you now have basically a built-in ControlHub expert that you can ask anything and it'll provide preset info, mixing tips, you name it. So for this specific song, this is a really heavy song. So say I needed some help figuring out a mix bus or mastering chain. I could say, how can I master a song like Spirit Box? And just wait for a response. and you'll get something like this. So you can check out presets from Daniel Bronstein, who has worked on their albums. So here's 4 different presets. And so you'll see you can just click on these presets within the Mix Assistant and cycle through. So let's go ahead and just listen.
Made myself a little smaller when I should have run as the side.
So out of all of these, I like the first one, Clean Metal, best. And so then you can go in, click out of the Mix Assistant, edit the presets however you would like, and just go from there. It's a really good way to just kind of open up ControlHub really quick and get to a pack that maybe you haven't used before. It'll suggest something that, you know, maybe is a little bit outside of the box that you're used to. And it's a really just handy and helpful way to get started in ControlHub. So for another example, let's say you're mixing background vocals. You're feeling kind of stuck and you need to ask the Mix Assistant. So you can say, how can I mix background vocals? So it replies with some helpful little tips on how to mix background vocals and 4 different presets from a couple of different packs. So then you can just press play.
You can never feel the way you wanna. Counting all the moments that you lost.
So just like that, I was able to cycle between 3 different packs, all within the Mix Assistant, choose one that I like the most, and then you can just click out of this and tweak from there. It's just a really quick way to work, and I think you guys are gonna love it. Okay, and last, but certainly not least, we have some awesome updates to the STL Exchange. You'll notice that there's this new audition preset icon right here, which allows you to hear the preset within STL Exchange before downloading it into your presets. So let's just try some of these out. Here's Mixbus 4K Magic.
Made myself a little smaller
Versus Acoustica Mix.
Made myself a little smaller when I should have run as the side.
I really like that. I'm going to download that right now.
Made myself a little smaller when I should have run as the side.
So this Acoustica mix, I really like this. Good work, Felix. Awesome. So now I can just go back to here and I can edit the preset
Made myself a little smaller when I should have run.
however I'd want to kind of make it my own a little bit. But it was nice to be able to hear this preset inside of the STL Exchange using the new audition feature. I just think it's awesome. Okay, one last thing for this video. So Lance Prenc was nice enough to do a bunch of new presets from Alpha Wolf and Polaris, mix and mastering presets. So you can head over, this is exclusively on the STL Exchange. So you have to go over, you'll be able to download it here. If you go to Lance's profile, and you can sort by trace pack, you'll see it right here. I've already downloaded it, so I can head over to My Traces, Alpha Wolf, and here's all of the presets. So let's go ahead and listen to some of these.
Made myself a little smaller when I should have.
So as you can hear, my mix is a little too loud to be running full-blown mastering, like limiting presets on it. So I can go ahead and decrease volume right here.
Made myself a little smaller when I should have run as the side.
Sounding awesome, so make sure you head over to the STL Exchange to grab that trace pack. All right, and that wraps up this video. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. If you're already a ControlHub subscriber, feel free to just update your plugin and you'll get all of these new features. And if you haven't checked out ControlHub yet, or if you're curious about any of the other plugins from STL Tones, head over to stltones.com to learn more.